So I've been thinking a lot about vision. You like our new banners? Yeah, we just got those today. I never knew how bad my vision was until I went to the eye doctor. My vision was fine. I could see anything that I needed to see. And I didn't really recognize the fact that my eyes had started to deteriorate and that I was having trouble seeing. They put me in this machine and showed me what my vision should look like if it was corrected. And I left there that day with funny looking sunglasses, but I left there that day realizing how bad my eyesight was because I was able to see clearly through corrective lenses. So now I have these glasses. Can I see without them? Sure, I can tell that there's a camera sitting in front of me and I can see what's behind me, but when I put my glasses on, I can see clearly. Oftentimes, we're fine the way that we are, and I was fine the way that I was. I wasn't really missing anything. Yeah, it was harder for me to see, but my eyeballs, the muscles in my eyes were working harder than they needed to. I'm not an eye doctor, so I don't know the exact terminology, but my eyes were straining to try to be clear, to try to focus, and so they were working overtime to try to help focus. But after I had the opportunity for just a brief time to see clearly, I realized how bad my eyes were. And for the next week, or the next 2 weeks, as I was waiting on my glasses to be made and I was waiting on my glasses to arrive, I realized how bad my eyes were because I had something to compare it to. How often in business, in life, are we walking around and just thinking everything is normal, everything is fine the way that it is, because we've never had the opportunity to see what it could be like? We've never had the opportunity to sit in that chair and have those corrective lenses put on our face so that we know exactly what our vision could look like. If I were to compare that to business, oftentimes we get stuck in our ways. We get complacent, for lack of a better word. We're complacent in our mindset, we're complacent in our thinking, in our actions, in what we do. We unintentionally adapt to the way things are without making change. We strain ourselves, or we make things work because that's the option that we have. And I'm wondering, what does it look like if we can actually step outside of that and have those corrective lenses, so to speak, to show us what it could be like or what changes could be made? The thought patterns that I want to continue to develop in my personal life and in my business world is to always cause some disruption, always check those corrective lenses out to make sure that maybe this prescription is old and maybe there's a clearer way to see things. But until I try a new prescription, until I go to the eye doctor to change that prescription up, then I'm never going to know. And my eyes are going to adapt to these glasses, and these glasses are going to work just fine until I see something different. So how can you do that in your world? How can you do that in your business? What can you do to stop where you're at, step outside of your day-to-day task and your day-to-day focus, and really look through a different set of lenses? It's one of the things that I love about this organization is that over time we've grown and we challenge the status quo. Just because something is the way that it is right now, is that the best way that it needs to be? Can we find a new way to do this process? Is there a better way to do something? And always asking that question, because there typically is. So oftentimes I look at things to change because I want to see what looks different. Maybe not just for change's sake, but to see if there's a way to improve. It's one of the core values at Loc-Doc that we believe there's a better way. I love change. I love to embrace new ideas and new opportunities. And sometimes it's frustrating, and I I oftentimes frustrate the people around me because I'm constantly trying out new things or moving things around or adjusting things and tweaking to try to find out what is going to work better, because there's got to be a better way.